I'm Gene Simmons, and I wear more makeup and higher heels than your mommy does.
Buddy, you're a boy, make a big noise, playing in the street, gonna be a big man someday. You got mud on your face, you big disgrace, kicking your can all over the place, singing, we will rock you.
My job is to create little rock gods.
This week, Gene struggles to pick a lead singer from a group of kids who are sort of terrified by him.
Oh, yeah! Hello, kiddies.
Mr. Simmons is a very intimidating person.
I don't like him at all.
Meanwhile, the school's deputy head is leery of Gene's lesson plans.
It's not really what I would expect to see happening in one of our normal classes, Mr. Simmons.
The kids aren't cooperating either.
I still don't want to be a rock star.
But Gene picks a lead singer the only way he knows how.
We need somebody who's going to front the band.
By shocking everybody.
God, I'm good.
This is Christ Hospital Boarding School in the sleepy British town of Horsham, south of London. For 450 years, students from a wide variety of backgrounds have roamed these hallowed grounds, studied the classics, and generally learned how to be proper English school children. At least until now. These music students know everything about Ludwig van Beethoven, but nothing about Eddie Van Halen. Now Gene Simmons is about to take them by the hand and lead them to the rock and roll promised land.
What we are about to do is go visit little boys and girls. We'll do a little bit of this. And we're going to show them how classical angelic music can turn into really good music. They call me
Gene's done a lot of crazy things in his 30-plus years with Kiss, but delivering the gospel of rock to novice 13-year-olds isn't one of them. The school elders have invited Gene in to teach the kids all about his kind of music. They have no idea what they're getting into.
Well, I think it's an incredibly exciting opportunity for the children.
The 10 music students in Gene's class are up for an adventure, but they hardly burn with a passion to rock.
I like classical.
Rock's not my type of music, really.
I don't want to be a rock star in my career.
It's not my type of music. I like love songs.
Gene's challenge, form a real rock band out of this classically trained bunch in just 6 weeks. Here's the kicker. The kids don't know yet, but the band's final exam is opening for legendary metal gods Motorhead in front of 5,000 screaming fans. With this daunting task ahead, the master arrives.
I'll kiss Daddy goodbye. I'll see you later. Oh, God.
Gene,
Yes.
Mary Island.
Hello, nice to
Welcome
see
to Christ Hospital. Well, I have to say, when he arrived and walked straight into the middle of the band, I thought, oops, troublemaker here. And he did look almost like a caricature of a rock star. Can I introduce you to Peter Southern, our headmaster?
It's my pleasure. Good to see you. Thank you.
I'm afraid that I have no knowledge of Gene Simmons. I know he is a pop singer, and I know he's an influential member of a famous band. Unfortunately, I'm not conscious of ever having heard the band. There are certain standards of professionalism which we would demand of any new teacher, and these are things which we will make sure that Gene is fully aware of from day one.
This isn't Gene's first teaching gig. Before he became the demon of Kiss, he was briefly an employee of the New York City school system.
I was a 6th grade teacher in Spanish Harlem. I never really spent enough time teaching to find out if I was actually a decent teacher. Within 6 months, This band I was in called Kiss took off, and I never looked back. And yet there was always this gnawing sensation. I wonder if I'm any good. So I guess I'm going to find out.
Hello, kiddies.
Welcome to your first day in school. My name is Mr. Simmons.
I've no idea who he is at all. I've heard his name's Gene, but I don't really know much about him at all.
If you could play a little bit for me, I would really appreciate it. Do you mind?
No.
Right now.
I got a music scholarship here for my French horn, but I also play the organ and quite a few other instruments.
I play oboe, orchestral percussion, piano and recorder, and I'm in the National Children's Orchestra.
I play violin and I'm hoping to take my grade 8 in the summer, and I play piano at grade 6 and viola at grade 6.
Amazing. Really amazing. Unfortunately, that's not what I'm looking for. Please sit down. Everything you've learned here is gonna mean nothing. You don't have to necessarily play your instrument very well at all. You can just barely get by, and you can be in a rock band.
Mr. Simmons is a very intimidating person.
Rock is about grabbing everybody's attention and grabbing them by the scruff of their necks and making them do what you want to do, like this.
I think he's really scary because it's like really in your face and stuff.
Never really met anyone as arrogant as him, really.
I don't like him at all.
Gene's first lesson plan is simple. The little Brits have to prove to him that they know how to be cool. Or not.
I'm sitting there, you're coming in the room. You're the cool one, I'm the student. Go outside the door and show me you're cool. You are cool. These little boys and girls, before they know it, they're going to become arrogant, and they're going to become rockers, and they're going to be over the top, just like me.
Coming up, the kids audition for lead singer and let it all hang out.
God gave rock and roll to everyone.
Plus, the school's deputy head wants Gene's head on a platter.
It's not really what I would expect to see happening in one of our normal classes, Mr. Simmons. No, we did think that you were coming in to do some music with the children.
Next on Gene Simmons Rock School.
You're watching Gene Simmons Rock School.
Join in. That was crap. We're in trouble.
All part of Rock and Roll Fridays on VH1.
Gene Simmons is on a mission to turn these British boarding school students into rockers, but he knows he can't transform them overnight, so he works on something he can change: their names.
Do you think somebody's born with the name Sting or The Edge? Yes, I think I'll call my baby The Edge. I want to see that name up in a marquee. Big lights! Presenting tonight, live on stage.
I'll have to think about that.
Who are you?
I'm Mr. Cool.
You're Mr. Cool.
Agnes.
That's your name?
Yes. Dodders. My name's Rodney, so I'm going to shorten it and just go with Rods.
You didn't tell me, did you?
No. Emperor.
Yeah. Emperor, huh? Do you believe you are the emperor?
Yes.
Emperor, you're killing me.
Gene has 6 weeks to get the kids ready for their big gig. First order of business, finding a lead singer.
We need somebody who's going to front the band. And I've got to find that voice. And one of you has that voice.
Come bow before him now with reverence and fear. I'd be terrified to be lead singer, I really would, because I'd just make them all just think that I didn't know what I was doing, which I wouldn't really.
Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I'm the gospel choir. I'm also in the school choir. I really love singing because it makes me feel like myself, and it's something I can do for myself.
And did those feet in ancient times walk up on England's mountains green?
I'm not sure about being a lead singer. I mean, I'm worried about what people think and things like that.
And was Jerusalem builded here among these dark satanic mills?
When I saw Emperor stand up, I immediately saw the snickering that was going on in the classroom. I sensed that the rest of them felt like they belonged to the clan and that he was an outcast.
My name is Josh Bell and I speak Elvish. Anna sillä lumen on mentielku. The sun shines on the hour of our meeting.
Josh isn't like the most popular person in our school, and because he's sort of different and because he speaks Elvish and loads of like weird things like that, which make him different and the person he is.
Everybody get up. Come on over here. Take any one of these. Put them anywhere you want. This is your rock school. Do they all look alike or do they look different? Tell me about them. What do you see?
They're all individual.
What's that?
They're all individual.
Yeah! They're individual. Are they all cool?
Yeah.
Yeah, in their own way. Rock is not about all being alike. Rock is about finding who you are. This is a guy named Angus Young. He's in a band called AC/DC. You notice he's dressed in a school uniform. It looks like a sort of a boarding school uniform.
Yeah.
What's he doing with his face? Let me see that face. Yeah, give it to him. Yeah. Why is he doing that?
Because he's cool and he's into the music.
Homework. Each one of you gets a CD and a CD player, and you're going to learn the history of rock and roll. Go get it! Look at the song titles on the back. You know what my favorite rock title is? We Will Rock You.
I like that. I like that. Buddy, you're a boy, make a big noise, playing in the street, gonna be a big man someday. You got mud on your face. You big.
We would normally expect our teachers to plan the lessons, and there's not a huge amount of evidence that that's happening.
There's no guitar. Yeah! Guitar player. You're a rock god. Fantastic. Was that great? The deputy happened to walk by, and I was wondering what your impressions were of young ladies and gentlemen.
Well, it's not really what I would expect to see happening in one of our normal classes, Mr. Simmons. No, we did think that you were coming in to do some music with the children.
Actually, what I'm trying to do is to find out who among them has the rock and roll feeling.
Of the children weren't sitting in the seats, which is what I would normally expect of you, Kwame.
Yeah.
Yes, miss.
Yes, miss.
I would plan to spend a significant proportion of my time watching what's going on between Gene and the children, because it's important that we put the welfare of the children at the forefront of our minds.
Coming up, the Emperor finds himself possessed by rock and roll.
That's all right. We're millions strong.
Plus, the kids dish about Gene's raunchy rock resume.
I heard he slept with 4,000 women.
You know that's one a night for like 16 years.
Next on Gene Simmons Rock School.
On the next lesson in rock school.
This house believes that rock music has no place in our school.
You're an animal. You're about to jump on that and kill it.
You've got to take yourself, jump off the seat, and go, "Ah!" That's what rock's about.
The mind is a wonderful thing to waste.
You're damn right.
A new episode of Rock School with Gene Simmons premieres next Friday at 10:30.
Go to VH1.com for more lessons from Gene Simmons Rock School.
It's all part of Rock and Roll Fridays on VH1. Who are these masked men and where did they come from?
Now that the pupils of Christ Hospital Boarding School are showing some rock aptitude, Gene thinks they're ready to study his favorite subject, himself.
The story of how Gene, Paul, Ace, and Peter reunited and wrote a new chapter in the history of rock and roll. This is Kiss, and this is their story.
I knew they were big, but I did not know they were like that big.
How old is he again?
55.
He's 55. And he's not married.
No, but he's got 2 kids.
Well, I heard he slept with 4,000 women.
You know that's one a night for like 16 years. I still think he's a bit of a weirdo.
Gene plans to pick a lead singer for the band by the end of the day, and there's only one way for him to find a rock god, and that's with a Kiss classic.
Good job. Good pitch. Good pitch. What about singers? Anybody have a sense?
We think Rodney.
Uh-huh. Why?
Because it's good, powerful voice.
Yeah, it's true.
He feels
really good voice.
He's got the giant.
Good voice.
It's like silky and smooth.
A rock star is about attitude. It's never about the best singer. You probably do have the best voice. You're going to be the lead singer in a rock band that's going to be about noise and about aggro or some other kind of thing. And as far as I'm concerned, there's only one lead singer for this band, and we'll figure out who everybody else is, and that's the Emperor.
Good one.
Why is Josh lead singer? I'm being serious. He can't sing.
Why pick someone who hasn't got a really good voice?
We're actually going to have the Mickey ripped out of us.
Not to be unfair to Josh, but no one really takes him seriously. And so, because of he's the lead singer, no one will take us seriously.
But isn't that the great classic rock star story? Aren't all of us, all the rock stars who get up on stage,
Weren't we all losers?
I'm gonna be in there. I'm gonna be written part of the crew. I'm gonna be part in the gang. People are gonna say, come Josh, sit on our table. Not because they want to take the mick of me, but because I am Josh Bell Emperor. I mean, it's good. Yeah, it's cool.
Either you're a star or you're not. An emperor, at least in our class, is the star of our class. He's our rock star.
They tried to tell us we don't belong. That's alright. We're millions strong. Listen, my people, you are my crowd. Listen to my music. We're not in the. Yeah. Oh yeah. Nobody's gonna change me. Cause that's who I am.
Next time on Gene Simmons Rock School, Gene gets called out for being a rock and roll slut.
Gene Simmons claims to have slept with 4,600 women.
My character has been attacked, and I resent the point that I claim that I slept with 4,600.
And the kids compete for rock and roll supremacy.
The only thing in the actual band I really want to be is guitar. Last resort, sort of bass, and if I don't get either, kind of screwed.
We're all trying to get into this band, and someone's not going to be in it.
When the group attempts to learn the trapeze,
The circus has come to town, and we will be the freaks.
will they fly through the air with the greatest of ease?
1, 2, 3. I can't do it!
I'm so naughty.
Celebrity Fit Club 2, taking off the 10 pounds the camera adds, and then some.
He's dressed as a gay Oompa Loompa. He might as well get up there.
An all-new episode this Sunday at 10. Go behind the scenes at Fit Camp on VSpot at VH1.com. It's all part of VH1's Celebrity. All reality is not created equal.